up, friends? This is Jazz, finally bringing you the What I Got August edition. This is what I kind of got with the money I would have earned, you know, from work and some other sources. So the first thing I got is The Sims for high school years. Now, how am I enjoying it? I never got quite to the part where I went to high school yet. I'm just playing it back and forth, but it's an interesting, idea. The only downside is that you have to be in the given world that is included in the pack. So, if I was doing a challenge, I'd have to transfer. If I wanted to go to actual high school and not go into the rabbit hole, I'd have to go to that town. Which, well, I now know in future games, if I'm doing a Generations challenge, to do it in that town if I want that feature. That was about $61, which is a little much, I think, for that type of idea. I mean, I definitely don't think I would include it as a free update or anything, but I would have made it at least a game pack. It's funny. I think it was too much money for that idea, right? Like, it should not have been an expansion, but it also should not have been a stuff pack, right? Or a free update. I think a game pack would have been the right price for those features, but you know what? That's just what they did, right? Like, I can't remember. Oh no, I think Werewolves was that a game pack? I believe it was. Yet they had more features than it was in the game pack. I will correct myself if I'm wrong about the Werewolves right there. But we'll just say they kind of got, if that is the case and the Werewolves was a game pack, then they kind of should have swapped it around. The Werewolf should have been the expansion and given some more work. We'll just put it this way with the wolves. At the vampires, you got vampire lore and everything, but the werewolves, not, there's no way to up the lore skill, or I don't remember seeing any features exclusive to werewolves, like in the vampires. There was a little, you could work up your werewolf ability to become like a master rank vampire and such. I might have to look again, but I don't remember seeing that type of feature there. I mean, we'll just say the werewolves, that probably should have been given more time. But anyway, back to what this video is about. The high school, as I said, I never did the high school yet, but it does look cool. And right now, with the file I'm going to be using, I have a child and a toddler, I think. So, the child is close, though. They're doing well in school, so pretty soon maybe they'll become a teen, and then I could go to high school. But yeah, that was $61. Again, a little bit much for what is given, even without playing the high school part yet. That's just my opinion. Now, I got two things here to unbox. I will start with this one. I sort of did unbox it in a way already, but see the notice there that there is this corner over there, there is off. But that's what it is. It's a doggone nightmare. Scared of his own shadow. That's what everyone says about Cooper Holmes. But when the Holmes move into a new house deep in the woods, scary things really do start happening. Problem is, no one believes a scaredy cat like Cooper. But then, no one else heard the bone-chilling barking late at night, or ran into two evil-looking dogs who disappeared into thin air. Or Camp Jelly Jam, but I forgot to show you their bad dog, really bad dog. If I woke up to this in my face, though, I would be terrified. And this is book number 32. So yeah, as I said, besides the little, I keep going the wrong angle. Besides this is in relatively good shape. Like, it's a little bit worn there, but it's not really a big deal. But actually, I had to choose 3, when I was getting, the Sims 4 game, I had to drastically cut down on the books I got, so I was selective. This is one of the ones I selected because I wanted to read the story. And the next one here, which is in a way slightly more damaged in one way. It looks perfect here, right? Don't go to sleep. Rise and shine forever. It's a no snooze situation. Matt hates his tiny bedroom. It's so small. It's practically a closet. Still, Matt's mom refuses to let him sleep in the guest room. After all, they might have guests someday or a year. Then Matt does it. Late one night, when everyone's in bed, he sneaks into the guest room and falls asleep. Poor Matt. He should have listened to his mom, because when Matt wakes up, his whole life has changed for the worse, and every time he falls asleep, he wakes up in a whole new nightmare. Yeah, like, I'll show you what I mean by, in some ways, a little more damaged. See these pages? Some of them are folded over, and I have to kind of fix them, like I'll show you like that, and it was worse before, but I'm trying my best to flatten them. So in some ways it's in good shape compared to the other one. In some ways it's not, but don't go to sleep. I've seen the Goosebump episode of this. I've seen the Goosebump episode of the Barking Ghost too. But this was literally one of my favorite episodes in a way, sort of. But apparently the book is better. It's different. Like, in the episode, he wants to sleep in the attic, right, instead of the guest room. And I believe, and I don't know, I'll have to read this book before I completely compare it all. That's the one difference I know. And also in the episode, it's like he's a surgeon, a hockey player, some bomb diffuser, I believe, where in this one they're a little less traumatic in one way. He's like a older kid. He's it's different. The situations are different, like the realities he wakes up. That's the point. He falls asleep and he wakes up in other realities. In this one, and I think the motivating factors are different between the episode and the book as well, right? I definitely know in the episode he's jealous of his older siblings, that they get to go out when they want, have their own phone, and he couldn't have those stuff because that is reality. He's only 12, right, and all that stuff, right? But I don't know how, I think it's less harsh in this book. I think the reasons for him being down, the fact that he just wants a bigger bedroom, I think, in this book, but I would have to read it to know if there is similarities to the episode in that way too. So it's fascinating. Now guys, I actually did order one other book, and it is How I Got My Shrunken Head, but as I'm recording this now, this has not arrived in the mail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a clip right here. Hey guys, this is the promise section in the video where the third book I ordered, How I Got My Shrunken Head. I just need to get it there, out of there. As you can see, it's losing some of its, what is it, not the binding, but the edge of the book. But I mean, so far that seems, as I can tell, to be the worst part of it. But okay. Oh, there's problems down there too. Oh well. Introducing jungle magic. Two heads are better than one. Mark is trapped in the jungle with a shrunken head that has strange powers. Find out what happens in this special collector's edition of the spooky adventure that has sold nearly 2 million copies. And then there's include a quicksand survival guide and other terrifying tips. It says, don't return of the mysterious magic and goosebumps. Help, we have strange powers. So yeah, this isn't in the best shape, but I can read it, is what matters, in a way. Because none of the parts where you read it is affected. So, as I said, this was the best I could get for now for the price that I got. Oh, I think I'll show you some of the features now that I've forgotten to. So, it shows the about the offer, the Q&A from R.L. Stine. There's the recipe for shrunken heads. Wow. That's actually really neat. There's Quicksand Survival Guide. You know what, that is a very practical rule, number one. Don't step in it in the first place. And also don't thrash around. Honestly, I think I would follow rule number one to begin with. Not to go near quicksand. But sometimes it's hard to tell, you know, what quicksand is if you have never been in it to begin with. Jungle creatures of the night. Ah, so it talks about things like frogs, vampire bats, hammer-headed bat, vampire moth, kissing bug, jaguars, leopards, tigers. Say the magic words. Oh yeah, Kalia, Karu, Mari, Hocus Pocus Presto? Yeah, okay, yeah. Those are different magic words. That's definitely not the magic. All of them aren't the magic words in this book. Not the abracadabra, alakazam, and that stuff. This is the preview for the Help We Have Strange Powers, which again, I could actually read. Some of them I don't read because I have always owned the book. Again, I'm not quite happy with the condition, but it's readable, right? So, that's what matters. Well, guys, let's get on with the rest of the video. But yeah, I got all 3 of these books for about 30 or 40 bucks, where I got, so yeah, over 100 bucks. I know, like, my aunt does spoil me. Like, as I said, I chose these 3 books because those were 3 that I was really interested in reading. I originally was going to get 12 or so books, right, within the $7 to $12 like price range. But I thought I really wanted that, and I was going to get the game The Sims the next month. But I just decided, no, what I'll do is I'll get the game this month and pick 3 books out of all the books that I was planning to get, and choose the ones I liked best, for I could feel perfectly satisfied with my purchases, and I am, right? I absolutely am. I'm just looking forward to reading all 3 of these books on top of whatever books I'll get in the next video, which I'm not spoiling them now, because one, I don't know if I actually am going to get them, and two, well, I don't want to spoil everything again if I do for next month. I'm slowly building up my Goosebump collection. I think by now I have almost 40. I'll have to double check and then put it like in the video somewhere. But like lately I've been being more selective of what I got each month, rather than just say, oh, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that, I'm going to do. I want each month to be meaningful to me. Like I focus, and I don't, like when I pick, I have it there set in stone for the most part, right? Or I have it set in stone before each month. Like that way I never add, if it's after, like if I made something on my list, right, and it was there when that month comes and it's been agreed to, that's what I get. I don't try to add something else to the list, right? I just, like, this is kind of just an idea of what I do, right? When I get my things, like that way I'm not constantly pining for things. Like I want my purchases to be meaningful and not frivolous. Like I've been reading a lot more lately, especially the Goosebump books, so there's something I can also do at work when I'm reading them, so I'm kind of, and yes, The Sims 4 you could kind of say is frivolous, but I play that game a decent amount, and it just adds to my experience. Sometimes I do get the urge to get certain games, right, because I see it and it looks fun, like I did with Growing Up, when I got that game. And I'm actually glad I bought it, though, because I really enjoyed it. And sometimes random things can be good and a surprise, but I'm starting to do more research now and say, okay, was this really worth the purchase for me, or would it really be worth the purchase? How much would I be using these said things? So it's kind of helping me in some ways be more manageable with what I get, and hopefully this will also give me incentive to continue with what I'm doing at work. I've had a few slip-ups, but hopefully having all this as an incentive, I'll be like, oh, I can get myself something really nice. Now, yeah, no, I sort of rambled on a bit, and I apologize for that. So, anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this monthly haul, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, like what you see, please subscribe and help this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And I'll see you guys in my next video.